Dr. Peter owns a national laboratory that specializes in selling kits for the early detection of cancer in Washington, D.C. John in California is considering buying a test from Dr. Peter's lab. The only issue is that there is not a single phlebotomist in his area to collect his blood sample, process it, and send it to Dr. Peter. Dr. Luke in Louisville, Kentucky has 23 patients that have not been able to complete all the tests that Dr. Luke recommends. As a result, these patients do not receive proper treatment or follow-up, given the lack of lab results. Dr. Luke has a patient named Josue with a medical condition that stops him from leaving his house. Dr. Luke has some trouble in requesting an immediate test that could help in Josue's treatment. He can't hire a full-time phlebotomist for his practice. He does not possess a high volume of patients as to guarantee enough tests for the week, and would not solve the problem of patients like Josue with limited mobility to come to the practice. Mr. James is a 70-year-old patient that can't drive anymore. He depends entirely on his son Mark, who is usually too busy to drive him to the clinic and labs. Miss Mary also struggles with finding a ride to transport her autistic child to the clinics for the different tests. Sarah is a licensed mobile phlebotomist in Louisville. She works on commission and does not have a constant request for collections made by different doctors across the city. The amount of stress for Sarah to keep an organized system is enormous, if not impossible. On top of trying to create a daily schedule for herself, she spends time and money from going to one patient to the next. Then Dr. Peter, Dr. Luke, James, Mary, and Sarah learn about Phleboservices.com, the platform that connects laboratories, doctors, and patients with a network of local phlebotomists. Sarah joined the Phleboservices.com network and now gives local support in her city. And Phleboservices transfers all the applications of registered laboratories, both national and local, in a radius no bigger than 25 miles, saving her a lot of time and gas, assuring the sufficient amount of collections that guarantee greater income and more tranquility. Since Dr. Peter joined Phleboservices.com, he has increased the sales of kits at a national level. Phleboservices has allowed his lab to connect with experienced technicians who are in charge of collecting samples and send them back effectively for their analysis. These phlebotomists have also promoted his kits to different doctors across the country. Dr. Luke no longer has to worry that his patients don't have a laboratory in the city. He can send a phlebotomist from Phleboservices to the home or place of work of each patient who needs it, and at the most convenient time to make the collection of the sample for the laboratory. Now Dr. Luke will hire Sarah to do the collections in his clinic to make it easier for her patients to test them. He has tripled appointments and does not lose scheduled consultations due to a lack of laboratory results. For patients like Mr. James and Miss Mary, Sarah comes to their homes and collects the blood samples required by Dr. Luke. Phleboservices.com, a quality service with benefits for all. Contact us at 1-83-37-PHLEBO and become a valuable part of our reliable web.